Hey everyone, welcome back to CryptoCache. Thank you so much for joining me here today. We're going to take a quick look at Shiba Inu, and just before we do, we'll take a quick peek at Bitcoin as well, kind of see what's going on with the market, because obviously it's kicking some tail, and we want to make sure we understand what that looks like, right? So quick baseline, we've had two very strong bullish days here, last 24 to 48 hours. Price is above its all-time high of 67,000, right about 67.5. So we'll see what happens close. I'm going to take a closer eye, or keep a close eye on this, of course. Take a closer look very soon at Bitcoin again, kind of see what's going on. But more specifically, the important thing here is that we are above that resistance level. That should be a new support at 67,000, and we'll likely see the price leg up again in the fairly near future. Hard to say how soon, but it could happen this week. Okay, so we'll keep an eye on that. But all the indicators are looking very, very good here for Bitcoin. All right, so let's go ahead and get back on to Shiba Inu. Also, too, if you're new to the channel, just know I'm not a financial advisor, but I do have over 15 years of trading experience, and my goal is to basically help people trade better, right? So if you like what you learned here today, maybe consider joining my Patreon community. I actually have a very large trading community where we share signals and have a great time. So I can tell you what, it's an amazing group of folks there. That's why I make these videos, is for them, so we can ensure that we're all profitable and we're all learning and growing together. Check that out, obviously, in due time. So Shiba Inu, one-day chart. Let's go ahead and take a quick look at the big picture and work our way down, right? Because any good trader should look at a lot of different time frames to understand what's going on, because they all speak different things. So looking at here at the one-day chart, we can see the RSI is working basically to the support level here at 50. It hasn't officially touched it yet, but that's kind of an invisible line, whereas I would venture to guess the price right around 5,200, 5,250 is equivalent to where that support level is, right? So all good things there. Let's go ahead and look at the 4-hour chart. Now taking a look here, we've got the RSI 50 working as a resistance level. That concerns me a little bit, because I can see that there's been a few attempts here in the last 24 hours where the price cannot surpass 5,700. And I'm willing to guess too that there's probably a strong amount of volume right there, and that could be creating a resistance. Yep, look at that. So right exactly at 5,700, we got a strong resistance level created by the volume profile. So it basically just tells us we have a strong resistance level there, and the 50 on the RSI is effectively working the same way, right? That's basically that volume resistance. That's not typically how the RSI works, but that's essentially what's happening right now. So that to me is a bit of a concern, in the sense that the price is kind of stuck in this little channel here, and we could see a break to the downside based on that sentiment alone. In fact, why don't we take a look here? There's a couple of things also that concern me here as well. So take a look at this. First of all, we're under the 50 on the simple moving averages, right? That's not a big deal. 50 isn't like huge. The bottom line is the 200s coming up, though. That's kind of important, so that could work as a support level eventually. But we are under the 50, right? So that's a starting point. Furthermore, we are also making lower lows and lower highs, right? So I got lower lows and lower highs. So as long as this one right here doesn't go any lower than right here, we should be in good shape to see a recovery back to the upside. Again, that's the hopefulness, right? But the bottom line here, and this is what I see as well, this does concern me a little bit. We do have a descending wedge type of pattern forming. So, in conjunction with the volume profile, creating a resistance there, and 50 on the RSI as well, there's more of a likelihood that this price will drop and cut below the support level and break to this lower quadrant, this lower channel, essentially. Okay, so I think it's more likely than not we'll see the price decrease than it will increase in the relative near future. Now, it's not to say that it won't, come over here, consolidate, and then ramp up super strong like it's done before. Most coins have a history of repeating the same behavior, right? So there's a great chance we could see this again. But I think it's a little too premature, a little too early to see that kind of increase, just based on the simple fact that we need to break those lower highs and lower lows. We need to establish a strong support. This is establishing a support, but we've got a lot of resistances in the way. Okay? So just be real with yourself. Consider maybe taking some profits if you haven't already, and just maybe also dollar cost average, right? That's the important way to do it. Don't put your whole bag right there at this point. Put a little bit and see if it goes any lower, and just keep adding to your position as you get closer to your goal. So that's kind of what we're looking at here. Honestly, not too much else to disseminate. We're not going to bother with the big picture forecast, because I'm going to keep an eye on these things here closer and look at them every single day. Okay, so that's kind of what we're looking at here. Of course, we're going to make sure that it looks good, and we're going to stay more consistent. And if we can, we'll go ahead and reevaluate this again tomorrow. So I think that's kind of the best practice for now. Looking at the the best case scenario is that we're not quite there yet. We got to get out of the woods first. So I hope you found benefit. If you do, like and subscribe. Thank you so much for joining me here. And feel free to check out my Patreon community. Really got a really good group of folks there. Awesome, awesome stuff. Thanks again. We'll look forward to seeing you in the next video. Have a great rest of your day. Take care.